Alright, so welcome to this top 10 women mages in the fairy tale series. And notice how I said the fairy tale series. This is not my favorite characters or the 10 strongest women in the fairy tale guild. This is just in the entire series, right? So if I made these choices based off of my personal preferences, the list would look very different. But I didn't. These are just the strongest magic women wielders. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Number 10 is Ultir. Now she has the magic called Arc of Time, and this is a lost magic that allows her to manipulate the time of organic and inorganic but non-sentient objects, quote unquote, moving them either forward or backward in time and changing their condition. Like she did with Gray's ice, she moved it in the future and it melted, right? Because ice melts over time. Now this magic is very strong. Like you can literally replace anything you want at any time in the world. Let's just say your house got destroyed by a dragon, okay? But you survived. You could easily just make the house go back in time to the place before it was destroyed. And she even reversed time for the entire world, even if only for a minute. With her own power, she did it in the entire world, saving thousands of lives, like Gray's and Loxus and all them, because they had no chance of killing all those dragons by themselves from the Eclipse Gate. Not only does she have the time arc, but she can also use Ice Make, which is exactly like Or's. And she did start off as an evil character, but she actually had good intentions, because the only thing she wanted was to make the ultimate magic world, and then Arc of Time would let her change the sad memories of her childhood into happy ones. She just wanted to be happy with her mom because she thought her mom betrayed her, but then her mom told her, actually, guess what, I didn't, because her mom was in the ocean. And then she turned good. But this chick, not only does she have two abilities, right? She has the Ice Make and the Arc of Time, which are both extremely strong. She's also extremely intelligent. Like there is no way anybody, I can hardly think of anybody else who can pull off what she has. She infiltrated the Magic Council, deceived Jalal, turned him evil, was with him the entire time, deceived the Grimoire, what are they called again? Grimoire something? Grimoire Heart. She infiltrated Grimoire Heart, and even became the leader of the Seven Kin of Purgatory. And she deceived everybody for that long. Like she's extremely intelligent. It was kind of sad how she went out. I'm gonna get sad thinking about it. All right, for number 9 we have Minerva. Now Minerva, if you can remember, was the strongest member of Sabretooth. Like absolutely nobody was stronger than her. And she's actually one of the 5 who got Sabretooth to the strongest guild. Let's get into her power now. So her magic revolves around the manipulation of space, which allows her to manipulate any spatial region within her line of sight, which is crazy. Like if you can remember when Natsu was 1v15 the entire Sabretooth guild, she stopped his lightning fire dragon technique with literally no effort. Now what makes Minerva so powerful? Well, her lack of morality. She will literally torture somebody in the middle of an arena just to quote unquote entertain people, even though half the audience was saying how that was just torture. It wasn't even fair. Lucy would have died if Wendy and Shelia wasn't there. Lucy definitely would have died. But she did get her butt handed to her by an injured ERZA, so that's why she's way lower than ERZA, but she is pretty strong. And she got her butt handed to her again by ERZA when she turned into a demon. Not only did she have the space manipulation magic, which was insane, but also she got turned into a demon, which enhanced her strength even more, which definitely secures her at the number 9 spot. Alright, so next we have Kagura. Now Kagura is a sword wielding badass basically. Okay, so her magic is gravity change, which she can, as the title would imply, manipulate the gravity anywhere around her target or anywhere she wants. Alright, so, but her gravity change isn't really what makes her stand out at number 8. What really makes her stand out is her mastery of the sword. She doesn't even unsheath her blade and she kicks people's ass. The only time she unsheathed it was against ERZA because she thought ERZA was protecting Jalal, which killed her brother, right? But ERZA kicked her butt anyway, so that's why ERZA's number, or that's why ERZA's above her again. I just think in a one-on-one battle, Kagura could definitely beat Minerva, and like that's the reason why she's above Minerva at number 8. Alright, so for number 7 we have Sayla. Now Sayla wields curses, not magic. She was in the Tartaros arc, which basically allows her to control the body of her victims and manipulate them as if she was giving quote-unquote orders. She has demonstrated the capacity to control both corpses and living humans. Her powers aren't solely limited to the bodies, however, as Sayla has demonstrated the ability to manipulate and suspend objects with her hands, as shown in her fight with Mirajane. She was pretty strong in this form, in her suppressed form, so much so that she made Elfmen blow up the entire Fairy Tale Guild Hall. So when she transforms into her Ethereus form, she becomes even stronger. But of course, she did get beat, which is why she's not above the person that beat her. Alright, so at number 6, again from the Tartaros arc, we have Kaia, the Frieza looking chick. Basically what her curse does is it allows her to enhance her bodies in any way she sees fit, but those who can't withstand her strength increasing are killed or turned into black paper dolls. Now, the other function of her curse is basically to alter a person's bodily senses, which is how she tortured ERZA. She made ERZA's senses basically enhanced by like 1,000,000 and tortured her and cut her up and everything like that. But of course ERZA came back and was like, well, pow. Why? Because ERZA. Okay, that's pretty much it for her. I mean, when she goes into her demon form, she gets even stronger. Other than that, she wasn't that impressive. Like, she was better than all the other characters, obviously, because she's above them. That's basically it for her. Alright, next up we have Ororo. Ororo, of course, is the ice maker magic, when she taught Gray, Leon, and her daughter Ultier, but unfortunately she did die. Now this may be a very controversial one, but I thought I should put it in here because although she is featless, like she didn't have any major accomplishments or exerts of strength, but she was stated that she was strong enough to be one of the top wizard saints, which I think is reason enough. Plus, rest in peace, or kind of miss her, but it's okay. So that was a quick number 5, but off to the next one. Alright, coming in at number 4 is the beautiful Mirajane. So Mirajane is insanely powerful. She has the ability called Takeover, which is a type of magic. Allows her to take the powers and appearances of a particular creature she really knows. She shares such magic with her siblings Elfman and Lizana, something which made them known as a takeover sibling. Her signature spell is Satan's Soul, which makes her even more powerful, like insanely powerful, especially when she goes into her different forms like Satan's Soul Halphus, or Satan's Soul Citri, or Satan's Soul Mirajane Algria. It's crazy how powerful she can get, and she definitely secures the spot for number 4. Alright, for number 3, may come as a shock, but we all know her, we all love her, Titania, the Queen of Fairies, ERZA. So obviously, if you don't know who ERZA is, you probably haven't even seen the manga or the anime. But basically what Urza's magic is she can magic called Requip, which basically allows her to equip any type of armor and type of magical armor she wants. She has over 100 different types of armor and over 200 different types of weapons. It's not really her magic that gives her like the edge in battle. It's her willpower and her literal will to not give a fuck. Because anybody could have this armor, and some people may not even be able to do anything with it. But because ERZA is ERZA, she can do so much more with it than other people would. Alright, so Keurig number 2 is Moria, and she uses this magic called Ajushidu. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's an all-world magic that was taught to Moria from the god of time himself, giving her the ability to freeze the time around her and allowing her and only her to move freely inside its area of effect. This allows Moria to easily perform whatever she wants to do on any of the battlefields to any of her foes in a frozen time manner. She's actually been given the title Valkyrie, or Goddess of War, and according to her, her magic is undefeatable. It appears it can be countered to a very small degree, however, by anyone who's able to distort the loss of space and time, like END, aka Etherius Natsu Dragonyell, who freaking kicked her ass when she tried to kill or torture Lucy. You freaking whore. Okay, anyway. She also has God Soul Kronos, which means she can use the power to call Kronos to Earth, offering her own body as a vessel as the two fuse into a singular entity. And yeah, she becomes pretty freaking retardedly overpowered. Does that mean our heroes can't take her? No, because they do. Alright, and snagging the #1 spot in all of fairy tale women history is none other than Mavis Vermilion. That's right, Mavis Vermilion is the strongest woman in the entire fairy tale series as we know it right now. So let's get into her magic, because her magic is quite interesting. So she has illusion magic. During her time at Tenro Island, Mavis was self-taught illusion magic. Her illusions are so detailed they appear to be truly lifelike. Mavis has used them on many occasions to imitate people. Heavenly Wolf. Mavis raises her arms above her head and creates an illusion of a humongous wolf. Tenro Soldier, Guardian Eagle. Next up is Fairy Glitter, which is one of the 3 great magics of fairy tale. It rivals Fairy Law and is a radiant and merciless light that rejects the presence of any foes. Like, it's insane. Fairy Sphere, which saved them from the infamous Acnologia's dragon roar. It did steal them away for 7 years, but it saved them. Fairy Law. This is the first of the 3 great magics. Literally just kill anybody who, or knock out anybody who's a enemy. Law. Mavis was taught this style of black magic from Zareth. The magic emits a bright light that envelops the area and inflicts heavy damage on the caster's target. When Mavis used it, it was powerful enough to counteract the effects of Tenro Jade, and Zareth taught Mavis this form of magic in order to protect her friends and fend for herself. It's stated it takes 10 years to completely master this magic and can cause repercussions on the user incompletely. And Mavis was cursed by the magic after casting an incomplete law. Okay, but the main reason why she is so powerful is because she is a fairy tactician. That's right, she goes through millions and millions of different possibilities and the likelihood of them, and she's so incredibly smart that she can literally conduct her team in a way that is uncanny. It is absolutely insane. You see that in the Grand Magic Games arc, and she is like, the reason why she's so smart is because she spent like the first years of her life just reading books in a library the entire time until somebody came and rescued her, obviously. So yeah, that was my top 10 women mages for Fairy Tale. Let me know what you think. Put your comments in the description below. Comment below. Bye.